Welcome to the new episode of the Cyber Threats Radar. Today, we're really digging into some critical challenges facing modern e-discovery,
That's right.
especially, for those mid-market organizations. And we'll also explore how Spin.AI is, well, offering a really different approach to tackle them head-on.
Exactly. Organizations today are under, frankly, immense pressure. They're battling these escalating legal demands, compliance rules, just general data management headaches. And what often gets overlooked, I think, are the inherent security risks that are kind of woven into traditional e-discovery methods.
Right, so those processes themselves can become targets.
Precisely. They make very tempting targets for cyber threats.
Okay, so when we talk about e-discovery being a minefield, let's unpack that a bit. What are the real hidden traps that organizations, particularly those mid-market ones, are, consistently stumbling over?
Well, it's a mix of things, really.
Is it always the obvious stuff, like just the sheer volume of data, or are there subtler issues?
It's definitely both. A major trap is vendor management and the sheer cost burden. Enterprise-level e-discovery tools, they can be prohibitively expensive.
Right.
And complex, too. This often pushes mid-market organizations to, well, juggle multiple disparate solutions.
Okay, so different tools for different things, maybe.
Exactly. And that creates these frustrating data silos and, honestly, operational nightmares. It makes finding what you need incredibly difficult.
I can imagine.
And then there's the modern data explosion we keep hearing about. It's real. We're seeing just vast volumes of electronically stored information, or ESI.
And what's driving that specifically in this context?
Well, things like agentic AI, these newer AI systems that generate their own data, that's adding to it, plus the ongoing remote work trend and the massive use of virtual collaboration platforms.
Like Teams and Slack,
Exactly. Microsoft Teams, Slack, all that chat and file sharing. This data is scattered everywhere. It's immense, and managing it is incredibly challenging. And it really highlights the critical need for robust data privacy frameworks.
So, okay, you've got data exploding, costs piling up, vendor complexity. And on top of all that, it sounds like the e-discovery platforms themselves are becoming prime targets.
Yeah.
You mentioned security risks earlier.
Absolutely. That security vulnerability crisis is very real. The platforms themselves are indeed attractive targets.
Do we have examples of this happening?
We do, unfortunately. The 2020 Epic ransomware attack is a stark reminder.
Epic, the big legal services company.
That's the one, a global leader. Imagine waking up to find all your critical legal case data locked away by ransomware, completely inaccessible.
Wow.
They were forced offline. It really exposed just how vulnerable these concentrated repositories of sensitive legal data can be. And, that incident truly forced the industry to fundamentally rethink data security in this whole domain.
Okay, so that paints a pretty clear, maybe slightly alarming picture of the challenges.
Okay.
Let's shift gears. Let's talk solutions. How is Spin.AI, which has this background in data protection, how are you stepping up to address these, frankly, monumental hurdles? You mentioned integrated approach.
Yes, exactly. Spin.AI's eDiscovery solution is, well, it's uniquely built right on top of our robust Spin Backup Enterprise platform.
Okay.
And it leverages SpinOne's comprehensive SaaS security and data protection framework. That integrated foundation is absolutely key.
So it's not a standalone thing bolted on?
Not at all. It's woven in. And this offers comprehensive data coverage for all those critical modern sources: email, chat, calendar, shared files, individual user storage.
Right, the Teams and Slack data we mentioned.
Yes, exactly. And crucially, it extends to archived users within Google Workspace and Microsoft 365.
Oh, that's interesting. Why is covering archived users so important?
Because that's a really common coverage gap. People leave, their accounts get archived, but the data might still be relevant for legal hold or investigation if your e-discovery tool can't see it easily.
You've got a blind spot.
A potentially huge blind spot.
Yeah.
Our approach eliminates those common gaps, preventing incomplete discovery.
So if I'm hearing you correctly then, a huge part of the Spin.AI advantage is really about consolidating all those different tools and driving efficiency, getting rid of the vendor juggling act.
Precisely. That consolidation isn't just about, cutting down on the number of applications you pay for, although that's a benefit. It's really a strategic move to simplify resource management.
Makes sense.
And our solution provides advanced search and query capabilities. We let legal teams search all that backed up archive data by words, phrases, specific users, date ranges, even down to the application level.
So finding the needle in the haystack becomes easier.
Much easier. It streamlines the entire process.
Yeah.
And privacy is built in from the ground up. We have eDiscovery case privacy by default.
What does that mean in practice?
It means using things like role-based access control, so only designated personnel can actually access specific cases. You can even set expiration dates on that access. It ensures sensitive investigations stay confidential.
Okay, that confidentiality is crucial. But given the epic example you raised, security itself must be absolutely paramount. Does integrating eDiscovery into an existing platform like Spin.AI, does that introduce any new security considerations or complexities, or does it strengthen it?
It significantly enhances it, actually. Our security architecture is, well, uncompromising. We employ a multi-layered approach.
Like what?
Things like multi-factor authentication, MFA are standard. Role-based access controls for administrators are granular. Think of it like it's not just having a strong lock on your front door.
Okay.
It's also requiring, say, a second key held by a different person and ensuring only specific roles, like maybe the designated case lead, even have a key to that particular room or case data.
That makes sense. Layered security.
Exactly. And we hold numerous compliance certifications, things like HIPAA PCI DSS, GDPR, the Data Privacy Framework certification, CSA certification, and we undergo SOC 2 Type 2 audits regularly.
So those aren't just badges on a website. What do they mean for the user, for the organization?
Right, they're not just badges. For you, they mean our platform is independently verified. It's proven to securely handle the most sensitive data under the strictest industry and legal standards. And that's absolutely critical for maintaining trust, demonstrating due diligence, and frankly, avoiding massive fines in eDiscovery cases.
Okay, and what about the data itself? How is it protected?
Critically, we use military-grade encryption. That's TLS 1.3 for data when it's moving, in transit, and AES 256 for data when it's stored, at rest.
Standard strong encryption.
Yes, but we go a step further. We use a unique encryption key for each individual backed-up data object.
Wait, each file or email gets its own key.
Essentially, yes, each object. This is a crucial distinction. Instead of one big master key protecting everything, think of it like giving each individual piece of data its own unique lock and key.
Okay. So if one lock were somehow compromised.
It would only expose that tiny piece of data, not your entire vault. It drastically minimizes the potential blast radius of any breach.
That sounds significantly more secure. So let's bring this all together. What does this integrated, secure approach really mean for your organization when you're looking at eDiscovery? What's the strategic takeaway here?
It means transforming legal discovery, moving it from being this reactive, often costly headache into a proactive, strategic advantage.
How so?
Well, you get that simplified vendor management we talked about. You get significant cost efficiency, largely because it leverages your existing backup infrastructure. You're not paying for redundant storage or processing, typically.
Right. Less duplication.
Exactly. And it offers seamless scalability and flexibility as your data grows or your needs change. Plus, you automatically benefit from enhanced compliance and defensibility because that's inherited directly from the core Spin.AI platform's certifications.
And what about the people using it? Is it complex?
We focused on an intuitive interface, which helps reduce the skills gap impact. You don't need an army of specialists just to run a basic search. So this isn't just about streamlining eDiscovery in isolation. It's about shifting your entire legal and IT posture, moving from reactive damage control after something happens to a truly proactive defense. Imagine the ripple effect that has.
Like faster legal responses.
Faster legal responses, definitely. Fewer compliance headaches. And crucially, a significantly smaller attack surface because your most sensitive data isn't scattered across multiple, potentially vulnerable, disparate systems. It's consolidated and protected within a secure framework.
So ultimately, what Spin.AI seems to be demonstrating is that secure, sophisticated eDiscovery doesn't have to be this incredibly complex, expensive thing that's out of reach, especially for mid-market or growing organizations.
Exactly.
It's about empowering your legal teams, your compliance teams with the right tools integrated into their workflow right now.
That's the goal. Building these resilient, secure systems that can actually navigate the evolving cyber threats and ensure compliance. That's absolutely critical today. It gives you, peace of mind in what's become a very volatile digital world.
So, perhaps the question for you listening isn't just, are you ready for the next eDiscovery request?
Yeah.
But maybe, is your entire data strategy, including discovery, truly resilient against tomorrow's unknown cyber threats?
That's a great way to put it.
Thank you for listening. Stay safe.